Y'all, I'm gonna say this. The same thing I had, the same uh, premise I had with the Wilder versus Fury fight. Um, Errol Spence Jr. must stop Mikey Garcia. He has to stop Mikey Garcia for the simple fact that it's the optics that a lot of people put around Earl. I think Earl deserves a certain amount of hype, but the hype that he has received even before he beat Kell Brook, were to me was a little bit over the top. Fighters can be hyped a little bit over the top, but I believe it was a little bit over the top. Saying people's talking about that he's the boogeyman and all this, and because of that, and because Earl Spence Jr. has recognized and acknowledged that he is the boogeyman, he has taken on that mantra. He has put that on his back. Now he cannot let Mikey Garcia, as great as fighter as Mikey Garcia is, coming up in two weight classes, he cannot let Mikey Garcia come up from two weight classes to fight him at his boogeyman weight, which is 147. This is supposed to be a weight where Earl Spence supposed to destroy welterweights. Now, if a lightweight come up from 130 pounds essentially and fight you, you cannot let this guy compete with you in this fight. You have to destroy Mikey Garcia because it's going to happen the same way it happened to Deontay Wilder. I told people, are y'all so excited that Wilder is fighting Fury? But the optics is this: Fury will have a built-in excuse on why he lost to Wilder, but Wilder is not going to get that same excuse if he loses to Fury or if it's a tough fight for Wilder. And what it turned out to be was, it turned out on black and white, it turned out to be a draw. So it was a tough fight for Wilder because, in my estimation of that fight, was I didn't see Fury fighting that type of fight coming off of what he came off of. I said he would have to prove it to me. But if the old Tyson Fury shows up, Wilder can be in trouble. And that the old Tyson Fury showed up, and to a large degree, and Wilder was in trouble simply because he. Now Wilder played some part in it by trying to go for the knockout instead of setting it up. And Fury seen that Wilder was trying to throw hard shots. Now the same thing applies to Errol Spence, which Errol Spence technically is better than Wilder with his punches and all that. So, but if Errol Spence goes into this fight, listen to everybody say, "Hey man, you gotta destroy him. You gotta knock him out in 2, 3 rounds, 5 rounds," because these fighters listen to these videos. So if he constantly hears that, now when he go into that ring, is he going to do the same thing that Deontay Wilder did, the same mistake, and try to knock the man head off? Because one thing about a technical fighter, if you're trying to knock his head off, chances are you're not going to knock his head off. You have to set it up. Errol Spence will have to set this knockout up if it comes. Now, I believe Mikey Garcia is going to give Errol Spence a tough fight. I truly believe that. And a lot of people are looking at it like Errol Spence is bigger, he's stronger. Yes, he's bigger. Yes, he's stronger. How much stronger he's going to be on that night of the fight, I don't know. But yes, he's strong. Yes, he's bigger. He's a naturally 147-pound fighter that can move up, possibly to 160. He probably will settle into 160 by the time he's in a couple years. He probably will be at 160. So, yes, he's the bigger fighter, taller fighter, rangier fighter. So Errol Spence has everything in his, just about all the physical tools in his favor. Now, the things that you can't really measure, like the inner things, like as far as the intangibles, I get that to Mikey Garcia. I give Mikey Garcia a technical advantage. I give Mikey Garcia a ring IQ advantage. I just do, because I've seen Mikey Garcia fight different ways. I haven't seen Errol Spence fight different ways. I cannot go off of what people say, well, he has more to show. Well, show me then. Because I'm only going to analyze what I see. I only Now, if I want to just say he can do this, he can do that, I can say that about every fighter. I can just start giving fighters attributes that I haven't seen. I can say, well, man, Mikey Garcia, he's faster than Manny Pacquiao, or he's faster than Floyd Mayweather ever was. Because I know he's faster than them because he just haven't shown it yet. No, I can't say that. I can't say you know what I'm saying? I can't just say that. No, a lot of people saying that about Earl because of the simple. A lot of people say that because when you start talking about the technical aspect of boxing, people know that Errol Spence, yes, he's technical. He's technical. You know what I'm saying? He has a level of technicality about his fighting style, but he's not technical like a Mikey Garcia or a Crawford, those type of guys. No, he's not technical like a Keith Thurman and those type of fighters. You know what I'm saying? I seen those fighters go in the ring and fight in different ways, fight different styles, different ways. You know what I'm saying? I have to see it from Earl, and I just haven't seen it yet. But what I'm going to say is this: he has to destroy Mikey Garcia, or he's going to be in the same boat as Deontay Wilder. With Tyson Fury stole some of Deontay Wilder's thunder by going in there and getting that draw. And a lot of people thought he won the fight, including me. And including a lot of Wilder fans thought Fury won the fight. Because when Deontay Wilder went on that press tour and he went to all these networks, a lot of people on the networks were saying, hey, I thought Tyson Fury won the fight. So now Tyson Fury is still, quote unquote, the lineal champion, which I don't think he's a lineal champion. I did a video about that. He's not the lineal champion because, you know, Klitschko was never the lineal champion. By definition, he was not the lineal champion. Now, you can anoint somebody the lineal champion, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So if, you know I had a conversation with somebody, they said, well, they kind of anointed Klitschko as a lineal champion because of the fact that his brother retired, they never fought. So, okay, I mean, I guess I can accept that. But like I said, ESPN is going to promote him as the lineal champion. ESPN going to keep showing that video over and over again of him getting up from the greatest, a lot of people say the hardest puncher of all times, and he got up and finished the fight and was pushing the champion back. A lot of the ESPN is going to promote that to the hills. And yeah, I hear that Bob Arum is ready to give Wilder a contract, throw out some money to him in the contract. You know what I'm saying? And I told people months ago. See, I don't get caught off guard that often about anything because I don't lead everything by my emotions. Now, we all can get emotional at times and overlook things because of our emotions. But I was telling people this: if some chance that Eddie Hearn or Bob Arum, who y'all despise and say is ruining boxing, offer Deontay Wilder a lot of money, and Deontay Wilder sign with one of them, are y'all going to still like Deontay Wilder? Because the people that got on Crawford for signing back with Bob Arum, y'all would be hypocrites if y'all say, oh man, Wilder signed with Top Rank, and I'm all in on that. Okay, so what about when Crawford re-signed with Bob Arum? Y'all was calling him Bob Arum this and that, bad for boxing. And then on the other flip of the other coin is, what if he signed with Eddie Hearn? Are y'all gonna still like Wilder, or y'all gonna disown Wilder? I'm just asking because y'all call Joshua a slave to the white man Eddie Hearn. So what if Wilder's ever signed with that man? Because don't never say never, because when people say never, people usually do that very thing. And like I said, for these fighters cannot go off of what the public says and say, well, don't sign with that man. What if they offer that man so much money he cannot refuse? So he gonna listen to y'all because y'all got YouTube channels and y'all telling him not to sign with them because of y'all feelings? Come on, man. Be a man. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Stop all the kiddie stuff. This is boxing, and part of boxing is a prize. They get paid. Now, me, I don't get all into the who's getting paid on how much they contract. If you can get as much money as you can get it. I just want to see you fight the fights I want to see you fight in the ring, so I can support the boxing match that is presented that I want to see. I don't care how much money you're making or how much money you're not making. That's not my problem. That's why you have advisors. That's why you have accountants. That's why you have lawyers and all that stuff and promoters to, make sure that part of your situation is taken care of. And this is the new age. It's not like boxers back in the past when the promoter and all that, they were still, they still probably stealing money, but not to the degree that they were doing it, because there's a lot of information out there. You know what I'm saying? So, Errol Spence, like I said, Errol Spence has to destroy Mikey Garcia. Like, it can be a little competitive, yeah, because Mikey Garcia is a great fighter, but as everybody telling me he's the boogeyman, he has to go in there. If Mikey Garcia, I'm gonna tell y'all once again, if Mikey Garcia go in there and have a competitive fight with this man, and this fight goes tooth and nail, and at the end of the fight, a lot of Garcia fans can say he won the fight. I'm telling y'all, it's not going to be good for Errol Spence. No, and Errol Spence saying by the end of the year he's going to be pound for pound number one. Okay, in order for you, Mr. Errol Spence, to be pound for pound number one, you have to destroy Mikey Garcia first of all, because Mikey Garcia is not going to make you pound for pound number one. I'm sorry. Mikey Garcia is coming up in weight. I don't care how great of a fighter he is. He's coming up in weight. You have to actually beat the people in your weight class. You have to beat the top guys in your weight class. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter. You could throw a Danny Garcia in there, and you definitely have to beat Crawford. If you beat Crawford and Keith Thurman, become undisputed champion at 147, then we can talk about you being, I don't know if he said he's going to be number one pound for pound. Maybe he said number one. If he said number one, he has to beat those two guys to become number one pound for pound, or a combination of those two guys, or one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? And he has to be undisputed at 147 by the end of the year. That's the only way he's going to be pound for pound. He can have he can be in discussion of pound for pound number one if he's undisputed at 147 at the end of the year. Not if you have 2 belts. Not if you have 3 belts. It's not going to get it. That's not going to be good enough. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, it starts with Mikey Garcia, because I hope Errol Spence is not overlooking Mikey Garcia and saying, oh, this man is little. Listen to everybody say how little he is. He coming up 2 weight classes. That can be not good if he's overlooking him. But I don't think he's overlooking him. We'll see March 16th. I think March 9th is the Ugas Sean Porter fight. And I believe Ugas can upset Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? I had a video about that, but I'm going to talk about that again in a couple days. But break that fight down. I'm going to look at some more Ugas fights. I'm only seeing one of Ugas fights. So, like I said, Errol Spence must destroy Mikey Garcia. And I think that's